Hey, 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 it's a great day here in Colorado Springs. Look at all the crystal it brings. Yes, that's right. Ooh, look the way the light reflects off those talc specimens. Oh, really interesting blue reflections. So I am moving to Pueblo in 2 weeks, and therefore all of these rocks, mineral specimens, fossils that originated at Manifest Ranch, Colorado, outside of Pueblo, were brought over here over the years. I thought I was going to do Etsy. I did for like a minute. So I have lots and lots of inventory, and rather than asking someone to pack all these back up, considering I have thousands more at the ranch, I decided to sell my Colorado Springs-based mineral collection. Bittersweet, but a great opportunity for those of you who are into crystals, rocks, and the like. These are Septarian concretions right here, and they naturally break into these shapes, which is kind of cool. And as you can see, a lot of different crystal types, colors, depending on which part of the foothills. So the ranch is in the foothills of the Wet Mountains, and depending on which foothill you're on, the farther west you go, the darker they get, the more sulfide, metallic ore. So it's really a nice variety of things. Here's some thunder eggs, which I know a lot of people like, very fluorescent. Probably 85 to 90% of my mineral collection is fluorescent, which is super fun. Here we've got some really interesting rocks and fossils. I love these. Tortilla agates. And these, I'm not sure what they are. They look interesting. They look interesting. I'm going to try to find out what they are. And over here we've got some pretty cool stuff. Look at the coloration on that middle rock. Isn't that cool? And then that piece of wood is cool. And then this rock is cool. I feel like I'm saying cool a lot. This is a really particularly fun little section here with all of the pinks and the purples. So these three are pretty cool. Turn this one around. It has that type of look to it. I love that. And then this one, as you can see, has a lot of coloration as well, making it very fun and interesting. Now, moving on to some mineralized wood. Okay, this one I probably should have over there according to color, but check this out. It's pretty cool. Lots of neat blues and pinks. This is a pretty cool one. Over here we have some of the sort of waxy. So this has a very, very waxy feel. Very shiny. Another one like that. Waxy feel, shiny. And this, not exactly sure. Moving on. Big interesting rock. And more petrified wood. Okay, so this section is really interesting. These guys right here, I gotta talk about for a second. These, so it looks like brownish, orangey brown feldspar, which you would expect in this area. Now, these are the ones, I did not collect these. These were collected by the previous owners of the ranch, and they said they came from the Pikes Peak area. So I was really curious to ask, what is the green coloration that you see? So there's a bunch of these. I have like probably 100, but usually you see this kind of green banding, and where's a good example of it? There we go. Along with other colors. So I asked what it was, and they said they think it's amazonite, which is kind of interesting, but I'm not sure. I'll have to show you the fluorescence, because the green parts, I mean, electric purple, like nothing I've ever seen. They fluoresce. And then the brown part is kind of a pink color. This one's really colorful. It's kind of the only one with that kind of zoned coloration. So what's interesting about them, you'd think, okay, they're feldspar, and they've got this green mineralization, might be fluorite. I don't think it's amsonite. But what's really interesting is they are super, super, super heavy. They're some of the heaviest specimens I have. And so that perplexes me. What is in there making them so heavy? Copper, perhaps? Here's some more wood. This is really cool stuff. A lot of different colors. Here's some blacks. These have really neat fluorescence. Green, very green, which indicates black opal or traces of uranium. But I do believe it's opalization. So these are pretty cool too. Now we're getting into some interesting shell fossils. So this would be the cast. And these, the interior part, are mold. Look at the colors in this. This is super heavy. So what I see here, galena, sphalerite, siderite, kind of unusual mineralization for shells. Over here, look at this. Isn't this fun? I didn't collect this. This is another one that was already there, so I will be very upfront about that. These, I did collect at the ranch, all of the rest of these. Look at this one. How cool is that? Ugh, I love that. And then really pretty opal rocks here. They're kind of heavy. This one, very similar. See how the light reflects off of it? And it's like, I don't know, maybe 7 o'clock at night. And there's some pretty interesting colors there. Now we're getting into some potch opal, which is the name for, I guess, I don't really know, but I guess it's common opal with sort of this a brownish, orangish sort of host rock thing going on. At least to my knowledge. They do call it potch opal. And you can see the way the light reflects off of it. It is indeed opal. This one's pretty fun. Look at that. I love those crazy colors. And again, oh wow, the other side too. Wow. Okay. Very cool. Very, very cool. And more chalcedony, opal. This is one of the newer ones. Look at that black opal. And so it fluoresces green under long wave, as you'd expect. That's typical of opal. Black opal is the most valuable type of opal. Okay, so let me see if I can remember. This right here is blue chalcedony. It's not opal, it's blue chalcedony. And this one is opal. Another fun fact, black opal is really anything that's N6 or higher as far as the color gradation. It doesn't have to be black. So these would be considered black opal. Look at this. I love this guy. So it's clearly a sea fossil. This one has the most amazing fluorescence. Just tons of different colors. I love this one. And then over here, okay, so there's a whole series of these. This is another one where I have a lot. An entire series of these type. Now we've got jasper, opal. Really cool. Extremely fluorescent as well under long wave UV. Which most of them are. And fun fact, long wave UV is pretty uncommon. Only 10 to 15% of minerals will fluoresce under long wave UV. The 365 nanometer, it's actually now called UVA fluorescence, while 85% of minerals fluoresce under shortwave. So when you see pictures of fluorescent rocks and you think, ooh, how cool, it could be shortwave. And shortwave is dangerous, it's expensive, it's impractical. Every shortwave light I've ever bought dies quickly, very, very quickly. And again, it's expensive. You gotta be careful looking at it. So this is special and rare. All of this long wave fluorescence and phosphorescent afterglows that my collection exhibits. See, that's kind of a fossil. Very cool. And then we got a little, volcanic glass going on. So pretty neat collection. And this is just part of it. To see the rest of the collection, and all of it is on sale, as I indicated, watch part 2. And definitely subscribe, because if you subscribe, you're going to get lots of information. I talk about it quite a bit for free that I have put together over the years. You're going to get information that is not publicly available. It's from my gemology coursework and professional affiliations. I'm a certified gemologist. Mineral profiles, how-tos, identification, blah, 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 blah. So you'll get all of that. And when you purchase a mineral specimen from me, you will get free bonus rocks, which is fun. You know, smaller, but still cool. You'll get those. And you will be automatically entered into my Race to 1K, 1,000 subscribers, rock raffle. And there are 5 very valuable mineral specimens to choose from. And there will be 3 winners. So out of 1,000, the odds are still pretty good, right? So it's worth just clicking that subscribe button. That one second that you take to click subscribe not only supports you know, my business of being the only person, I do it all, and it not only supports me, which I so much appreciate, but you also get a lifetime of education, which you can't put a price on. It's invaluable. And free rocks. So you just can't lose. All right, stay tuned for part 2. In the meantime, rock on.